Hey everybody, this is Relentless James, and I am joined with
Dumb.
the basic guy.
I'm basic.
Yeah, this is episode 4 show.
Is it 4?
We should say put for faux show.
My count skills.
The faux show, get it?
What is that? Is that urban slang that I'm not familiar with?
Possibly. Damn, Dom, you that white?
Whoa!
Whoa!
The
Whoa,
internet
whoa.
doesn't know my ethnicity.
Well, now they do.
I'm not very good at counting.
He's got a Super Saiyan beard and everything, you know.
That Arby's. Are there curly fries in there? I can smell them.
Yes, this show is brought to you by Arby's.
It is brought by Arby's.
We're hardly food.
Let me get one of these. Oh my god, I can't stop. Whoa, that one's really, that's like a spring.
That's right.
Eating-
Listen to us eat.
Eating is, no, don't listen to this. Eating is not where you want to be when you're recording something.
No.
Sorry.
It's like that video I showed you. Did I show you the one of the Japanese girls eating food?
No.
Weirdest thing. Apparently, a lot of people like watching Japanese girls eat lots of chicken.
That's weird.
It's either it's something that feels a little bit racist to me. I don't know why.
What? Racist?
Yeah, it just does.
Sounds a little weird to me. I don't want to watch anybody but myself eat anything.
I don't know why, but the girl will eat like a whole giant plate of chicken.
That's gross.
It is pretty gross. Like,
That's gross.
There's no way I would ever eat it.
That's how the Japanese are, though. They like that kind of thing.
They kind of like, I don't know. Well, there's also American, like people who speak English who like that kind of content.
They're weird.
Unless they're trying to get like the ASMR feel. I don't know.
What is that?
Okay, ASMR, I think it's like audio, sound. ASMR. I'm blanking right here. It's
What
audio,
is it supposed to be?
audio, sound,
Something.
music relaxation. It's basically to relax you.
Oh, and
So
they're
you
like,
hear a lot of, or left side, right side to make triggers.
like soothing sounds,
Yeah,
like
it's-
the ocean.
Or you'll hear like somebody like doing a scalp massage on the thing, and it
Sure.
actually in your brain will sometimes register as you getting a massage. It's like that hypno kind of stuff.
I once saw a cartoon where they did that with sound, and it made them super powerful. It like upgraded their magic.
What show was this?
I don't want to talk about it, but
What kind of shit are you watching? I know I've been watching Japanese eating chicken, but what the fuck?
yeah. So that's still kind of weird. Now I gotta ask about the chicken. Is it like breaded chicken? Is it? Like
It's full on like fried chicken.
That's weird.
Very weird.
That is weird. Oh my goodness. Well, speaking of Japan and the things that they do,
Oh, Gundam. That's right.
you want to talk about Gundam?
Yes, I did. There's a story called the new series coming out called Iron Blooded Orphans.
Gundam hyphen, not hyphen.
Mobile Suit Gundam.
Mobile Suit Gundam colon Iron Blooded Orphans.
Correct.
Aren't people inherently iron blooded though? Redundant.
You're doing
Redundant.
You're redundant, dumb.
That's not me, it's them.
Whatever.
Okay, so these orphans of iron blood.
Okay, no.
What does that mean?
Anyway, the story is about a group, or more. It's kind of it
of
has a
orphans.
political story. I guess Mars gets overpopulated with children. I guess parents said
Okay.
YOLO and let the fucking children starve on the
I
fucking
get it.
streets.
Now I understand. Iron, like Mars, all red.
There's more to it.
Iron children.
So more or less the story picks up with these group of children that are more or less picked up and used as military, like a private military bandit, not bandit, but more of a militia kind of group.
Whoa. Child soldiers?
Yep.
That's messed up. This is what
And,
this is
and more or
Gundam.
less the story, like they had like 6 children that get this drill implant where they have this coupling that hooks up to machines.
Whoa.
And basically this is like an old technology like from 300 years ago that they don't even use anymore. So the story picks up where we're introduced to the main protagonist, who I like to call it Hiro Yui from Gundam Wing, done as a dog. But before we even introduce that, we're introduced to a white-haired kid and the main protagonist, and I guess the main protagonist kid just shot somebody.
We're all over the place.
They're like 10 years old.
Is the main character actually a dog?
Pretty close, but he's human.
Okay, so he's not literally a dog.
He's not literally a dog, but like he's got that, I ordered you to do this, and he does it.
So he's just, okay. I was like thinking a literal dog.
It'd been hilarious if it was.
I would watch a Gundam series. I don't know if you've ever seen G Gundam.
Yeah.
But the Master Gundam, what's his fuck? Master Asia has a horse who has a horse Gundam.
Funsaiki.
I love it.
Funsaiki. Yeah. Funsaiki is the shit. But more or less, it shows the character basically who's a puppet to the... Not a puppet, but he listens to the white-haired guy. Who I can't remember their names because they're so unquotable. I can only remember one of the main cast, and his name is Biscuit. He's a fat dude, and he's a lovable, awesome dude.
Well, his name... Biscuit's a good name.
Biscuit is a great name.
Shiroyuki Kawaii desu. Shino Osuke.
Shino Asuke.
Those are their names, right?
Yeah, and then you get Biscuit. I'm like, Biscuit. I like that dude.
Biscuito.
Biscuit. No, it's just Biscuit.
Biscuito.
Just Biscuit. This Biscuit. That's it. That's literally it.
I like it.
And literally the show starts up where the main protagonist is somewhat controlled by the adults there, telling them what to do.
Okay.
And their job, they get hired now to protect the Princess of Mars to go to Earth for some embassy stuff, right? And say, Mars' children are all over the place. I guess the parents are not doing shit, and child services are fucking having a field day. Apparently not. They're on Mars. Which makes, there's so many plot holes. Like, where's the parents that basically created them? This is very unprofessional. Who dares? Who is that?
It's my grandmother.
We're gonna listen in. Hey, Nan, I'm doing the show right now.
We'll use the magic of editing to edit this out.
Okay, I'll call you right back in an hour, okay? Okay, bye. No, I'll call you back in an hour. Love you, bye. That was my impatient grandmother.
Probably editing that out.
No, we're keeping it in. Oh,
no, that's not good.
Brain aneurysm.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Shut up!
I win.
Shut up!
Lo and behold, they get hired to protect the princess. I guess the dad sells the girl out. She's going to get killed in an operation. The dudes protect her. They awaken a Gundam. A 300-year-old Gundam is their generator. And they power up, and the main protagonist pilots it.
I am really lost. I have no fucking clue.
And the metal plate in its back basically powers it up by his blood.
What is happening?
Get it? Iron Blood Orphans?
So let me, because I'm going to tell everyone right now, I have not seen this.
No.
So what I have gathered is people on Mars.
Yep.
Kids.
Yep.
Gundam.
Yep.
That's it.
And the main protagonist is a fucking dog.
A literal dog.
They literally have a scene where they capture the adults. It's like, you want to work for me? And the guy's like, no, fuck you. And literally the guy says, okay, kill him.
Get in some Scooby
Kid pulls
snacks.
a gun up, shoots a guy in the head.
Gross.
I mean, straight up just shoots him in the fucking head. No doubt.
I'll tell you right now. Modern Gundams, I do not.
Kind of sucks.
Okay.
I think the last good series like Double O was in 2000.
I'm a big fan of Mobile Suit, just original Mobile Suit Gundam. I like them clean. I like Mobile Suit Gundam because it's really straightforward. You have Amuro, kid pulled in a war, just fighting this war in the Gundam. And they have the new types, but it's not like overbearing. Just like they have really good.
And Iron Blood has none of that bullshit yet.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that Mobile Suit Gundam didn't feel very complicated. Does that make sense? Like it was all pretty cut and dry.
It's a basic premise.
You had what is it? Earth Federation. You had
Xeon.
You had Xeon.
That's it.
And they're fighting, and Amura's on the Federation side, and Char's on the Xeon.
And somehow
they're both really good at piloting their mobile suits.
No,
and they fight, and it's like, ooh, and they like that one girl. It's like, all right, that's Gundam. That's great.
That's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate.
I know. That's just what.
Have you watched 08 MS Team?
I love that one. I haven't watched it in a long time, but
that one's really good. That one's really
because I love how sort of low to the ground it is, both figuratively and literally. The whole thing.
The mech is very bulky. It's very
like
simple, but it's still got some badass moments.
If you wanted to watch like a war, like maybe a war piece, a dramatic war piece, that just instead of tanks they walk around giant robots. That's what 8th MS Team is, and that's what I like about it. Also, the animation's really good.
Did you watch Stardust Memory?
Bits and pieces of it. That's the one with GPO2 and GPO1. Right?
The one that has
GPO2 is my favorite Gundam.
That has the nuke in it.
Yeah, GPO2.
Do you think that one's too ridiculous? Or?
It's a little crazy, but I think it's tastefully crazy.
And you understand why they're going so fast and they can feel the pressure. And
I like it a lot because once again, Gato is just pure. Like he's just a soldier. His piloting skills are pure skill. There's no shenanigans. There's no magic. Nothing. He's just a monster. And he fights against what's his face? Who's remember? I forget his name. And I remember they have a fight where they're in space and Gato's in GPO2, and Ko He's in GPO-1, but he's in the
full burning
space
mode. The full burning mode where it's got the thrusters.
Yeah, so he's in like this anti-mobile suit, like space version of this like ultimate anti-mobile suit in space, and he fights Gotham. Gotham just like, I'm just gonna crush your shit. And he crushes his shit.
He crushes his shit, but then he also destroys the GPO.
Yeah. Well. It's like they come out as a tie, but Ko's got the superior like equipment.
Mobile suit. Because they're constantly working on the system.
And Gato doesn't, but he's got
just pure piloting
raw skill. And
see,
I love that.
See, it's always the underdog who gets the help versus the old pilot with all the skill.
Well, like Gato is just, I love that.
It's got that Char Amuro feel to it. Even though Ko is a shittier character.
See, I couldn't remember his name. I remember Gato.
Gato was so well written. He was so good because they weren't supposed to build nuclear bombs into Gundams.
Nope.
That was the treaty. They broke it. Gato so they could say, "Fine, fuck you. I'm taking it and I'm using it as well."
Yeah. He was a beast. I really liked Stardust Memory. And then I watched what's 00 War in the Pocket. Was that 0080?
0080
with Gundam Alex. I remember watching that when I was really young. I remember asking for a little Gundam Alex action figure for Christmas.
Alex.
I love that one. Like a little blue and his little guns pop out of his arms.
Yeah, the miniguns just go.
The chick pilots it and kills the guy she likes. Oh, it's brutal.
I know, it's so upsetting.
Oh, that's so good.
It's so sad.
That's so much better than this new crap. This new crap's like, I'm the chosen child of destiny, and I awaken the ancient Gundam, and I'm going to use my magical blood to pilot and destroy all the mean adults. And it's like,
so I take it you're not a big fan of Seed.
No, I am not.
What about 00?
I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
It deals with like the ones with the damn GN drives.
Okay, well, when they have these like stupid magical powers or these stupid like Ultra Gundams that have super modes, I hate that shit. So you
probably hate the end of Zeta.
I fucking hate all that shit. I like it when the Gundams are just like these excellent like machines, and
There's
you have these
people,
these people are fighting, and these people are getting into these like challenges and struggles and interacting, and the Gundams are just tools. They're not these like insane destiny bullshit.
So you like Wing?
I hate
Gundam
Wing.
Why?
Because it puts all this emphasis on like the Gundams and advancing the Gundams, and the Gundams are the best things ever made.
It's
and
Gundam
look at these
politics for Gundams.
It's like, oh, these Gundams. We're so good. Hiro Yui, fuck that dude.
Whoa, hey,
he's so uninteresting.
Then you would fucking hate the protagonist of Iron Blood.
Yes, I already do.
But at least Hiro Yui has some like control of what he chooses to do. The other dude says
he's just so like moody and angsty. Like compare Hiro Yui to
Duo?
Amuro.
You didn't like Duo?
Duo was a bit annoying too. Gundam Death Side, he's just like, nah, I'm gonna cut you up.
I'm gonna cut you. I think he was great. He was the light version of it.
Amuro is interesting. All right.
Well, until he gets bright slapped.
Amuro and Char are interesting characters. The Gundam Wing characters are not. They're all super angsty or super like, ooh, zany.
Did you like G Gundam?
Now, G Gundam unapologetically embraces its insanity, and I can respect that. It doesn't try to pass itself off as something like more
super serious.
They just want to be like, here's fucking crazy Gundams fighting like crazy. Here you go, everyone go crazy.
Super Saiyan mode. Don't give a shit.
I love it. I love that. Like, I'm down for it if they're not trying to like hide it behind something like, oh, it's deep, it's meaningful
like,
war
fuck
commentary.
It's insanity.
It's like, nah, we're going crazy. We're going fucking crazy off the deep end. Super Saiyan Gundams that are giant bulls, Gundams that are windmills. Horses that pilot Gundam horses.
Do you know what the
Do
you know what the Neo-Mexican Gundam was called? And that's
Tequila Gundam, yes, wow. I know. It's so good. And he's just like a giant dude in the poncho with a big old hat. I love it. It is so good. I like the American Gundam is like this, like he's part cowboy, part like boxer, part footballer.
Player, yeah.
God, it's so good. It's so insane. And they know too. They're like, yeah, this is crazy. And we're gonna go crazy. You think this is crazy? We're gonna take it up to the next level.
The French one's got a cape, shoots little roses out.
Yes. The final, they defeat the Devil Gundam by like shooting it with the power of love.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a giant king comes out. You're like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. I love it. God.
Sean's like, that's like the most like mind-fucking thing when you see like, what the fuck?
I love G Gundam because they know and they make it clear that things are going to be weird. And they don't try to like hide behind some sort of stupid commentary. They're just like, fuck it, we're insane.
Like Gundam, like Gundam Wing is so political.
Yes, it's so dry. And the thing is, they're trying to do all this interesting like,
political
exposition.
You might like 00. You might like
maybe.
00. The first season. Second season, you were like, what?
I'm just like, I don't like any of these characters. I don't give a shit about what they're fighting for. Their Gundams are stupid. It's stupid. I hate it.
All right. Well, speaking of seriousness and series, we have watched the episode 7 of Star Wars trailer, The Force Awakens.
We're gonna talk about the trailer briefly.
Insane. I cannot stand the memes now.
I love the trailer. I think it might be the best movie trailer I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it's so brilliantly well put.
Okay, so at the beginning of the trailer, it starts out. Rey appears, and you get to see her doing her thing. She's a scavenger. She lives on some dirty backwater desert planet.
Kind of like
someone asks her, "Who are you?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm nobody." So boom, Rey. We have her defined. She is a scavenger on a desert planet with no past, nobody, just nobody. Boom. We shift to Finn. Okay, Stormtrooper, amongst the First Order. He's raised to do one thing. Fight, obviously, but he has nothing left to fight for. He is disillusioned. He abandons the First Order, and he's a warrior without purpose. Okay, so we have our two main characters. Kylo Ren, it cuts to him. He's all sinister, and he's like, "We're gonna finish what you started, Darth Vader." And he's standing on the bridge of his spaceship in the giant laser beam. So boom, now we know what Kylo Ren's all about. Darth Vader fanatic, wants to finish the work of the Empire and control over the galaxy. And boom, we have our three main characters there. In that first 20 seconds, 30 seconds of the trailer,
main characters.
Everyone's introduced and we understand what's going on with them.
Right.
That's so good. And then the music. And then just the action, and it's so good.
It's all true. It's all true.
That's
Jedi
the best
stories.
Part. That gives me
even the part
shivers.
about where Greedo shot first.
Yeah.
Get out.
I've seen that.
I love that meme. No, for me, you seem more like I'm a Star Wars fan. I've dabbled in the extended universe quite a bit, and I know it's no longer canon. But there's a rumor that's going around. A lot of people say that Kylo Ren and whatchamacallit, the girl, are the Solo twins. And I know in the extended universe, have you read anything about that? Even though it's no longer canon, they may be using that from previous.
I used to splash around a little bit in the extended universe.
Mm-hmm. Have you gotten to the zombies part of the universe?
No. I would qualify myself as if you have entry level fans who are people who've seen the movies, right? You have those people. Then you have the next level fans. Maybe that's where I sort of consider myself people who watch the movies, but also dabble into the extended stuff. And then you have the ultimate fans, which are the people who go to Celebration.
We're the in between guys.
And we're the in betweens. Slightly above average, but not quite.
We'll dabble it, but we don't have every nook and cranny about everything.
Yeah, I don't have a shelf of Star Wars books. I have a couple Star Wars books, and I have a couple Star Wars toys. I have a Falcon and some sabers and stuff.
Right.
But I don't have a billion things. Here's what I think though. Everyone's talking about Kylo Ren and Rey, and I think there's a hint on a website that Rey is somehow connected to a prominent Star Wars family. I do not think that anyone is going to come out of Han's family because Leia doesn't seem like the kind of person to lose their kid. You know what I mean?
You think she would be more attached to her kid?
Yeah, I don't think Leia would have a kid and say, "Well, don't need this."
So chance she's Luke's daughter, maybe.
Well, maybe.
Well, because Luke is not 100% like the Jedi, though. The old Jedi were we're old priests. We can't have any women and wives and children. Luke might have been, because Luke has always even been shown in the extended universe, even though that's not part of the canon anymore, he is shown to have family.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that if they try to spring anything on us about the heritage of any of the new characters, I don't think it'll come through Princess Leia or Han Solo. Because Luke, I think it could come through Luke somehow, which would be a little weird, but I think it could.
Because she says, "I'm no one." I mean, she knows nothing of her backstory. She doesn't know who her mom or dad is, and Luke is kind of pretty much gone.
She might know who her family is, but okay. This is completely conjecture. I have no idea, but I wouldn't be shocked
if she turned out to be a Skywalker.
If she's like, "Oh, my mom raised me and died when I was young," and spoke of my father, who was some mysterious dude who I've never met, and she never said his name.
Right.
And then Luke's like, "Well, that was me."
So he's gonna pull the new version of Vader, "I am your father."
Yeah, and she'll stand there.
Oh no!
She'll be like, yay!
Instead of like,
of
no,
yeah.
no, that is going to be awful if they do that. If they do that, it's going to be so awful.
Well, unfortunately, as talented as J.J. Abrams is,
The inner fan would not do it.
he definitely is not afraid to rehash beloved sort
But
of
that
plot
sounds so
concepts.
corny, though.
Look
We may not see it in
Darkness.
this movie, which is fine. But what I want to see in this movie, I want to see how they can intrigue us and loop us on the new characters rather than the old characters.
What I want is for them to reveal that Finn is actually Han and Leia's son.
That's gonna be very hard.
Yeah.
No. He turns out he's Kyle. What's his name? Cloud City.
Lando.
He's Lando's son.
Through Leia.
That
That would be awkward.
Or basically in the end he betrays him. It's like, oh, you pulled your dad on us, you little bastard.
Little shit. Nah, I'm excited. I really
I've taught all my life to fight. Maybe that's what it works. I'm just joking because we've only seen 2 black guy characters. In
3. And like in general, let me see. The notable ones.
Well, there's
are
more than one, but like main character wise, like 2, like
Windu,
Lando,
Finn.
and I think that's it.
Oh gosh, maybe.
And you have heard about all the controversy because Finn is like the main character and he's black, and all these other people be butt and sore about
What
it.
gets me is like all these like weird things that they use to sort of justify their upset, like how upset they are. Like, oh, who ever heard of a black stormtrooper? And I'm like, are you dumb? Do you have any idea?
Have you ever heard
how
of the black American soldier?
Like, well, like what gets me is like
I'm African American.
that's actually probably the explanation I see the most. Is people getting upset that he's a stormtrooper, and I'm thinking,
What are they trying to do? Like,
Well,
fit the connection with the ghost or
I'm
something?
sitting there thinking, I'm thinking, do you guys have any idea how stormtroopers work in Star Wars? By the time A New Hope began, by the time Episode 4 rolled around,
And who
almost
the
the
fuck are
entire
these people?
stormtrooper
Who
army.
the fuck are these people?
I don't know. By the time Episode 4 rolls around, basically, almost the entire stormtrooper army is like regular dudes. And
They're all humans. They're all humans. They're not aliens.
I don't think they ever confirmed that. But what's important is that they're
You
not
see
clones.
the differences.
They're not clones.
They're all humans. There's no way they could be aliens.
There are a lot. Almost every alien in Star Wars is humanoid. There's a lot of.
There's a
Greedo
few.
could have been a star. There could have been Greedo stormtroopers, and you wouldn't know. You don't see under the helmet of a single stormtrooper in the entire original trilogy. Period. You never see under the helmets of them. The only thing we know about stormtroopers is that they are just regular people who have been. Not, I don't want to say conscripted, but who have joined the Empire military. So.
Sorry. I'm just waiting to fry across the Dom's nose.
Yeah, he's trying to eat while we record. Very not good.
You can't hear this.
I can. But, so the whole Stormtrooper army, not the whole thing, but most of it is just regular people.
Right.
We never see under their helmets. To think that they're all just like regular white people is like insane.
And they never say if they're dudes. Well,
now, that's one thing that does kind of annoy me. This is really only ties
because Captain Phantasma is supposed to be a woman.
Captain Phasma is a woman.
Phantasma. I'm calling her Phantasma.
And Phasma is cool as shit. I want to cosplay as Captain Phasma. But anyway.
I think they say it's a female lead.
It is definitely a woman because her actress is a woman.
Have you seen the pictures of her?
Yeah. I want to cosplay as Captain Phasma because when I was leading up to the Force
You're Rule 32ing it.
Well, once you're under the armor, I don't think it really matters.
Rule 32 in it. Gotcha.
It's Rule 64, I think is the number that you're looking for.
You sure it's not 32?
Yes, I am certain.
The gender bending thing?
Yes.
I just caught you out that your internet rolls way too much, Tom.
Anyway, leading up to the release of The Force Unleashed, I really wanted to see like a cool, not Jedi character. You know what I mean? I wanted a Boba Fett too, like some cool, just badass with a gun.
With Phasmo. You get that with Phasmo.
That's what I'm talking about.
We saw nothing of Phasmo.
But I like Phasma. I'm excited to see what happens. I like how shiny her armor is.
Basically, she's like a shock trooper, or
she's just like a super trooper.
one of those shock troopers.
Probably just like the leader of the stormtroopers.
What really upsets me is they never expand into the trooper like legions and anything else. There's like tons more.
It's not something you can really talk about in the movie, I think, without it taking up an inordinate amount of time and effort.
But like, I like the new design of the troopers now. I like how they look. Like
they're a little intimidating. Yeah,
they're way more intimidating than the original now, and hopefully they're able to hit a side of a barn door now.
I'm sure that
they're probably how much what happens. Like the stormtroopers are really fucking good shots in the movie. Now.
Yeah, I expect them to be like murder machines.
Like the movie looks beautiful. The way it's shot, it's so crisp, it's so clean, it's so fresh.
It's good. I think they're taking. I think they're going in the right direction. Practical shots for things that, like, they use practical effects for things that it's feasible for, like sets, and small scale effects. Of course, dog fights in space, like high speed dog fights have to be CG. But like wandering a city and interacting with other aliens is all practical, which is very smart.
Which I think a lot of the older Star Wars fans are like, oh, finally.
Yeah, CG is good, and CG is something you should be using, but you shouldn't be overusing it. And that was one of the big flaws. Yeah, that's one of the big flaws of the original trilogy, is that CG is heavily overused and
they
really
were acting on a
sort
complete
of,
green screen stage.
Times.
Stage. Episode 2 was, they say, it was mostly filmed on a green screen.
Yeah. It gives it a very just unconvincing aura about it, I guess.
No, and I think with Abrams. And this is what I'm starting to get with a lot of creators as they get older. I think when you create a universe, right, and you're coming up with fresh ideas, and you're doing it, and you get to a certain age where you run out of ideas, you as the individual, you start to make the series kind of crappy. George Lucas and Akira Toriyama, in my opinion. Sorry, I think he's
wrong.
I disagree. And this is the interesting thing. I think in the hands of a true fan who's more willing to bring something new to the table, it makes the universe so much more better and interesting. Now, what is your take on that?
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
I think Abrams is a Star Wars fan, correct?
I don't know.
He has to be.
I don't think he has to be. He probably is.
I would hope to God he is.
Okay. So what you're saying is, I don't think it is incorrect for other people to take over the helm, so to say, of a franchise and give it a new direction. I don't think that's incorrect.
Right.
I definitely think that it's hard. Like, it's just very hard. It's very easy for anyone, be it the original creator or new blood, to screw up.
I don't know about that.
Lucas screwed up.
Lucas
new blood
really screwed up.
J.J. Abrams, like a lot of Star Trek fans, do not like the new Star Trek movies. I like them.
The first one's good. The second one's a little meh. Because it's like, I'm God. And I'm like, really? Like, you gotta emphasize the Kong? Like,
it's a little weird. He made some weird decisions there. I like the movie, but I'm not coming into it as like a diehard Star Trek fan. I'm coming into it as a guy who has watched some episodes of Star Trek.
There's more Star Wars fans than there are Star Trek fans. Sorry, that's just the fact that it is.
I'm coming into the Star Trek movies as someone who's watched a few of the episodes. Like, I watched a lot of Next Generation. I've watched a bit of the original series.
This is the thing.
I watched a few other
Star Trek is so interested on the cast of what's in the ship, never the extended universe. The new movies extended the new universe a little more than what the original ones have. I'm sorry.
Original Star Trek was really fleshed out.
But it was more centric on the cast of what's the crew.
Well, the point
not
of,
what's
the point
happening
of Star
down
Trek,
on Earth.
I feel like I keep saying Star Wars. The point of Star Trek is to follow. It's like watching.
To go somewhere where no one has ever gone before.
It's like watching. Yeah, you're just watching a team of explorers go out and get into these misadventures throughout the galaxy. Like, that's the whole point.
Star Wars is literally wars.
Yeah, Star Wars. Star Wars. You want to watch two groups fight over something. It's interesting to watch.
It's a giant galactic war.
It doesn't have to be galactic, but it just has to
be. Now,
I
wonder if this movie's going to take a long time ago.
Yeah.
Far, far away. Again. And again, why is it always a long, long time ago? Why is it that? Why can't it be like in a galaxy far away?
Because it happened a long, long time ago.
Why is it going to be
It did. I mean, it did. So,
I don't know. I'm just pointing flaws in the original sequence. Well, no, because you could be like, okay, their technology is so much superior. How the hell are they not finding us? Like, if it's a galaxy far away.
There's no guarantee that they could find us.
You never know. They're capable of interplanetary travel.
Interplanetary travel is not the same as
they're able to light speed.
Travel. Light speed is meaningless if you're on the opposite sides of the universe.
Fair point.
Like a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, is the whole point of that statement is to remove it from the the idea that it could be something we could interact with. The fact that you're thinking about them being so close that we could interact with them. The whole point of the statement is that you're not supposed to be thinking.
And then
about
again, it would not really be interesting instead it's pretty recent in a galaxy next to you.
It's just supposed to,
you know, like you'd be like, oh, we can see that.
It's just a little fluff statement that's supposed to remove it from all of your preconceived notions of anything. It's supposed to be so far removed that you shouldn't be thinking about comparing it to anything else. Like it happened a long time ago, far, far away. It's its own thing. That's it.
That's what you try to remove it from. It's where you can suspend your disbelief.
It's not like in our galaxy. It's not next to our galaxy. It's not.
It won't be like,
maybe they'll
the next planet. The next planet, pretty recently, yesterday.
Yeah, it's pretty far removed. So that's the whole point. Star Wars is its own thing. It's way out there. Just enjoy it for what it is.
This movie will make up for the previous 3 movies.
The prequels?
Yeah,
because there was another movie that was also dog shit called The Clone Wars. It was just like
that's not. Well, no, they said Clone Wars is canon.
Yeah,
Disney did say that.
Not great, but it is. I think. What do you mean by make up for him?
I mean, like rebirth.
I think the new movie,
refresh.
I think the new movie is going to be very good, and I think it will be the sequel that the original trilogy deserves.
So, what the original trilogy should have been?
No, not what they should have been. This is the sequel that they deserve, not what they should have been. Those are different.
Well, it's a prequel. It's not a sequel.
Yeah, I know. I'm not talking about prequels.
I know, but you said episode 1 and 3 is like a prequel.
They are prequels.
They are.
Right, I'm talking about episode 4, 5,
They
6.
failed to live up to something, whether this doesn't have anything to live up to.
Those weren't good enough for the Star Wars franchise.
Well, and look, this is where I've seen a lot of complaints. Like, episode 1 was pretty fucking bad besides the saber fight.
Okay, the problems with episode 1, the primary issues. Now, I saw it as a child, and one of the big mistakes I think that Lucas made was that he explicitly made the prequel trilogy to appeal a little more to children.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly where he was with the original trilogy, but the original trilogy can appeal. It was like has got a mass appeal. Adults can enjoy it. Kids can a kid can sit down and enjoy it because you get to see it is timeless.
And it's ageless.
It's timeless. It's ageless. Like you can sit down. A kid can enjoy it because they're watching awesome space battles, seeing lightsaber fights, all that.
Well,
cool
then
stuff.
again,
an adult can enjoy it because they can enjoy the themes.
Then again,
the story.
Kids when it's like, oh, this is boring. Nothing's really happening. It looks old.
Well, we're going back in time. I'm talking like literally that's a different audience. You got to think about it temporally. The audience of 1977. That movie works for children and adults. It doesn't look old to them. It looked
where only adults are really big fans of the old ones.
That's because the old adults who were fans back then are dead now.
I like the old episodes. I'm not that old.
So do I. No, most people like the. I don't think I've ever met a human being who likes the prequels and does not like the original series more. I'm sure there's a couple weird contrarians who are like that.
You ask a 12-year-old kid. 12-year-old kid's like, I like the early ones.
The 12-year-old kid's probably gonna sit there and be like, I like watching Clone Wars. I like watching all the people on Clone Wars lightsaber fight. Kids like the flashy lightsabers. I don't know. I don't have a kid. I don't talk to children. You know, I have no interest in interacting.
I don't talk to children.
All right, just keep them away from me. Don't even let them look at me.
You're so anti-children. You're the son of a bitch. You're the son of a bitch on Mars from Iron Blood orphans that's popping all these fucking kids out and not taking responsibility for them.
Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, you're the Mobile Suit Gundam villain. Yeah.
Excellent.
Dom the baby popper.
That guy knows what's. When you say baby popper, what does that mean?
Yeah. Well, you have the girls to pop the babies for you, and
okay. And so you have children. Okay.
One of them. All the children.
I have no time for children. You can handle the children. I'm going to go do other things.
No, there's not even moms, so the moms go with you.
Oh, well, shit. Yes, definitely then.
The Mobile Suit Gundam, Dom, the villain.
Accurate. What were we talking about? Oh, yes, Star Wars. So,
you gotta be in a Dom.
The original trilogy appeals to children and adults. The prequel trilogy was, to be brutally honest, I think made favoring children over adults.
Yes.
So Phantom Menace has like Jar Jar and the Gungans, which are these like funny slapstick ha enemies. You have the Droid Army, which is a PG enemy. You can shoot them and destroy them and cut them up, and I think
the bridge series for Yu-Gi-Oh said it best. Oh, robots. I can get medieval on these sons of bitches.
Exactly.
And because it's no repercussions. They're not human.
Yeah, yeah.
So we don't really like, okay, whatever, you destroyed robots.
Yeah, you get to see these Jedis go ballistic with their lightsabers and all
Right.
these awesome space pals, and no one's really getting hurt because they're just robots. And it's kid-friendly. Like, it's kid-friendly. But at the same time, it's got this really, like, it's this weird mix of worlds. We've got this kid-friendly, like, setting, colorful, no one's getting hurt, lightsabers and lasers and magic. But then you have this, like, super dry adult, like, storyline that no kid in the universe gives a shit about, and really no adult gives a shit about, where they're just, they're yakking on about politics and trade.
The episode 4, 5, and 6
horrible stuff.
had a plot that was easily followed and understood.
Yeah, everyone got it.
Episode 1 and 3, literally, there's a scene in the movie, I can't recall. You have no fucking idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, it's a mess.
One of the movies, I think it's episode 2. You have no fucking idea what they're talking about. You're like, what's that?
Like, you can. It's easy to. You can. What's the word I'm looking for? You can summarize the original trilogy real easy. Rebels struggle against oppressive empire. Okay. Young warrior discovers ancient, warrior tradition. Challenges the bad guys, beats them. The rebels win against the Empire, and peace is had. Yay, hooray! So that's literally Star Wars episodes 4, 5, and 6. You try to do it with the original with the prequel trilogy. You have space warriors go to a planet,
find child,
and they find a kid, and there's like a trade thing, and then they blow stuff up, and then
child grows up.
Then there's clones, lots of clones, and they're fighting more robots. And then the robots surrender or something, and the guy gets his head cut off, and the kid's an adult now, and I think the trade people are still there. I feel like I haven't seen them in 2 movies, but are they still there?
He kills all the trade.
Yeah. Like, they're not even. I don't remember.
Because they go to the one lava planet,
and then this guy wants to be the king or the emperor or something, and then all the
Jedi's find boy. Boy grows up. Boy gets corrupted by old man. Young boy kills everybody.
But Star Wars, the prequel trilogy also, what's very important is this. Anakin's rise and then the Sith rise, like the rise of Sidious to control the galaxy.
The rise of the Sith and fall of the Sith.
Well, the original Star Wars prequel is just the rise of the Sith. So what the issue is that Sidious is half of the story, the whole like trade blockade into clone army, into war, into control of the galaxy is super convoluted and shitty.
He's the one character in every single movie.
Yeah, C-3PO is as well.
CB3O, R2-D2, Anakin.
Anakin as a character is in all of them, but the actor is not. The only actors that are in every single movie are like
character-wise, it's just Palpatine.
Palpatine is not in every single movie. He's not in The New Hope. C-3PO is the only character who is actually in every single movie.
What about R2-D2? R2-D2 is in episode
R2-D2
1.
is as well. R2-D2 and C-3PO are the only 2 that are in every single movie, and C-3PO's actor is the only actor in every single movie.
Right.
So, it's just, you have these 2 stories. You have Anakin turning into a Jedi and turning to the dark side, and you've got Sidious, gaining control over the Galactic Republic and turning it to the Empire. And Sidious's half of the story is really crappy, and Anakin's half of the story is really crappy. Like, they're both really crappy. They're really poorly done.
They're poorly written. Like, and you'd think that there would be more inner struggle
with
the story of everyone else.
Anakin's like, oh no, my wife is sick. Oh, I'm gonna kill everybody.
Like I don't.
That's it. Like, he just
don't get the point.
Turns on a switch.
I can find the power to help find
anime.
It's like, you don't or Padme or whatever. Like, it was like, I can help her. Whatever, blah blah blah. And what I don't get is why when he says, I guess in your rage you killed her. Like, when he becomes Vader, why the fuck did he not just kill the Emperor right then and there? It's like, you lying sack of shit, and just kill him. Because he was never a part of Palpatine.
Because it crushed him, man. It broke his spirit. That's the only part of the movie that.
And wouldn't you be pissed if the guy just, I can save her life, but he fucking lied. I'm like, you lying? I would have killed him.
I don't know if he lied per se. Palpatine implied that he could save her from the death of his. Like, she was implied to die during childbirth, and Palpatine said, "Well, I can keep that from happening." Then Vader just kills her. Obviously, Palpatine's like, "Well, dude, you just kind of did it yourself. What is wrong with you?"
But here's the problem: he didn't kill her.
Yeah, Palpatine lied to him.
Right, he didn't kill her.
How does Vader know otherwise?
He should. You can't feel the Force. He said, "I felt her life force. That's impossible."
Right.
But the problem is that she dies I don't know. They don't even give a reason why she's dying.
It's really bad. Yes, it's very bad. She loses a little.
Like, couldn't they said, "Oh, she's bleeding out, too much blood loss because of childbirth"?
Yeah. There's a lot of good reasons.
One fucking word would have changed that.
There's a lot of good reasons. It's just poorly done. Like, Anakin's poorly written in the prequel trilogy, and Sidious's whole plot is really, like, convoluted and stupid. Those are the issues with the movie. And also, they're, like, really dumbed down for children.
How would you feel if Episode 2 was Episode 1?
I do not like Episode 2. Episode 2 is the Star Wars movie I actually hate the most. I do not... the only things about Episode 1...
And the clones were the bad guy stuff. Never the clones were like they were originally just people for the troopers.
You're describing a very different movie that I can't quite.
I will show you what a guy thought if he makes an hour-long video of why.
If I had to repair the prequel trilogy,
right?
Okay, so we have two things that are occurring.
You have to make it a trilogy, though.
There are two things that are occurring over the course of the trilogy. Anakin is growing up, becoming a Jedi, and then turning to the dark side. Right. That is happening. Second, the Galactic Republic is being controlled and transformed into the Empire by Sidious. Those are the two things that occur over the prequel trilogy that lead into the original trilogy.
Right.
And when the original trilogy begins, Sidious and Darth Vader have control over the galaxy, and the rebels are trying to reform it. So we have two things that have to occur. I think, for the most part, Anakin in Episode 1 is fine. Like, I think his story of being a slave child, bought by the Jedi, Qui-Gon's got a hunch, taking him to be trained, but he's a little, like, he's a bit of a mama's boy, and just, I think that, like, Anakin's half of the first movie is fine.
Right.
I would revise the whole trade blockade shit. Like, that's just really dumb. Probably turn it into something a little heavier, like actual, I don't know, like a siege by another army that isn't robots, like actual people. No Gungans, please. No Gungans. No clones, because the Republic has to have the clones.
I have my version. You're going to like my version, Dom. Trust me. It's like the slap chop. You're going to like my nuts.
I'm ready.
Okay. Episode 1 picks up. It has a first 10 minutes of where they find Anakin.
They find Anakin. Okay.
They buy Anakin, and it immediately time skips to where he's older.
Okay.
And basically him, and a guy had another theory like this. Him and Obi-Wan are on a mission. They find a facility that is cloning troopers.
You know, this would just be Episode 2, like you just cut out.
But hold on now. Instead of the troopers being the clone troopers like we know, they're like evil troopers for the trade people, right?
Sure.
And you would be introduced to Darth Maul and introduced to the whole entire hierarchy of the Sith right then and there. Episode 1 would be them beating, Anakin using some dark side bullshit to kill Darth Maul.
See, there's one big issue. I think Darth Maul needed to persist through the entire trilogy. I don't think we needed Dooku. I think it should have just been Darth Maul at the end of the movie.
What are you thinking about Grievous?
I hate Grievous in the movie.
Because he was so shittily done.
I despise Grievous. Okay.
Have you watched the Star Wars Clone Wars cartoon, the anime cartoon, not the 3D?
I've seen a couple little things.
Okay.
Grievous is cool in it.
Grievous in that one is a fucking badass. Like, he immediately kills like 7 Jedi by walking in a destroyer.
Like, Grievous is fine. Here's where it needs to go. I think Star Wars Episode 1 is fine for the most part. You needed to cut out the Gungans, and you needed to change the conflict.
Have all the Gungans die.
Just cut them out. Just don't
kill them.
No.
Have the clones kill them.
They're a complete waste of time and space.
Have them killed.
No, it's too. No, just
we
no
have to
Gungans.
Stop this thing from genocide an entire race.
Just no Gungans. None. Period.
Never existed.
They don't bring anything to the table. They bring literal nothing. So no Gungans. Get rid of them. We're done with Gungans. Naboo is a planet under siege by the Trade Federation. Sure, We'll keep them. But instead of a blockade, like it's full blown siege, they're under attack. The Trade Federation, maybe they have their own clone army, and they are attacking, killing people, all right? The Separatists. I wouldn't even call them the Trade Federation to begin with. I'd call them the Separatists. Say the whole thing starts, you have the Separatist attack on Naboo. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan end up, they flee with the Queen from Naboo, end up on Tatooine, find Anakin, take him with them, then go back and blow up the Separatist shit. And Anakin becomes a Jedi. Okay, so that covers basically all of Star Wars Episode 1 for the most part.
You
cut out a lot of
fights.
I would have at the end. I would have the saber fight between Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul. Have Darth Maul kill Qui-Gon and then leave. Like with Obi-Wan trapped behind the shield, I'd have Qui-Gon kill. Or with Obi-Wan trapped behind the shield, I'd have Darth Maul kill Qui-Gon and then bail.
And just tempt him and like laugh to like taunt him.
Yeah, I'd have him bail. Like something comes up, like Sidious comes over his comm and says,
All
right, we're done. Yeah, we're done. Shit went south. Just get out of there. Yeah. And he's like, all right, I'm done. And so we have Darth Maul leading into episode 2. Episode 2, I would have maybe still the clones. I don't know anything better than the clones. Especially since they have to have a clone war. Although, I guess, really, you don't need clones. The clones could remain the enemy because in episode 4, they referenced the Clone Wars. That's why we have this whole thing. That's why it's even a thing in the original trilogy or in the prequel series. So I'd have them fight against the clone army, the Separatist clone army, with a regular army, the Jedis and everyone, and the Republic versus the Separatists. Mm-hmm. Then I would have... Like, God, what even happens in episode 2? Nothing really.
Nothing really happens.
They fight Dooku at the end.
Have the Separatists win in that movie.
I think what happens, you have Dooku. Dooku gets the plans to the Death Star, and they fight him, and he like beats him and takes off. So I would probably have something like that, like they're on Geonosis, fighting against the clones.
Have them fight Maul.
They'd fight Darth Maul.
And
they'd kill him.
Introduce Grievous. Introduce
Grievous as the leader of the Separatist army. Make him really intimidating.
And basically, you watch with Darth Maul, you would have a fight with somebody fighting against Force Sabers.
I don't know if I would necessarily want Grievous to fight in the second movie. I'd want Darth Maul to fight and maybe get killed by Obi-Wan and Anakin, like 2-on-1. Basically, rehash episode 1's fight, but this time they win and kill him. So leading into episode 3, they'd still be fighting against the Separatists.
How Grievous die?
Led by Grievous.
How Grievous die?
In what?
Episode 2.
Why?
It's called Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
You need more... let's just have Grievous have an awesome battle. He's a badass character they introduced in the second movie. They kill him at the end.
What a waste. You build up in one movie and kill him.
Yeah. But they build up Darth Maul as well for the third movie.
I think that's a waste. I think it's better that Darth Maul dies on the second movie.
Here's what I envisioned. Maul's going to kill Anakin. Outright kill him.
Why? No.
No. The fight when say they go they go to Revenge of the Sith where when Mace Windu confronts Palpatine, right?
Sure.
Instead of them showing up, have Maul get betrayed by Sidious, shows up, tries to kill Sidious, he fights Anakin, he's about to kill Anakin, and then Sidious shows himself as a Dark Lord and basically saves Anakin.
Why would Maul betray Sidious?
Because Sidious tries to betray him by saying he informed the Jedi of this, or
maybe that could be a cool parallel. I don't know.
But we'll go with your Grievous.
Well, going into episode 3, I'd probably just throughout episode 2 have Anakin being disillusioned with the whole idea of war. What I would want is Anakin to be characterized as this pacifist who opposes war and combat. But he kind of goes off the deep end. He doesn't want war. He doesn't want fighting. He sees all this combat. He sees people, the people around him dying. Right. He sees the clones, and he's just like, I don't want any of this shit to happen anymore. So episode 3 rolls around, and Palpatine maybe just pulls some shit if we do this, we can end the war, and you don't have to worry about this anymore. And Anakin's like, all right, okay, that's fine.
You can live happy with your wife.
And so Anakin helps him out, and then shit hits the fan, and then Anakin just realizes he made a big mistake. He's in way deeper than he thought. Not have him attack Padme. Maybe just Padme dies because she's just oh,
childbirth.
Anakin, you have betrayed me. You're fucking insane. And he's like, no. This is what's right. And then she just bails, and he's like, oh. And then he gets mad at Obi-Wan and fights him, and that's it. But I think it could have been way better done. I just sort of rambled for this past fight.
Well, no, it is fine because as Star Wars people, they're somewhat in between. We like to see a better version. Episode 7, I hope, does all the right things with it. I hope that basically they're able to reintroduce the universe, make it interesting for all genres and ages. Sorry.
Sure.
Where everybody can enjoy it. When does it come out?
December 18th.
Okay, so it comes out December 18th. Well, I thought it was Christmas, they said.
Christmas season.
Okay. I definitely want to see it.
I'm excited.
Now, would you give it how many stars would you do you want to give this trailer?
The trailer itself?
Yeah. Overall well done trailers.
5. It's the best trailer I've ever seen. I've never been as excited for a movie as I have been for this one by this.
I'd say 5 because it's so well done.
It's a very well done trailer.
Because you have the intrigue, you feel the dread, The only thing I want to know is where has Luke gone and why has he left?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the point, right? You want to know.
Yeah.
Now you have to go see the movie.
Yep. There you go. There's your what's it called? The hook.
That's the hook.
It's your hook.
The hook is, here are these characters. Here's the setting. What's going on? Who's this guy? What's his plan? Where's Luke? Go see the movie to find out.
Luke. I'm playing. Well, guys, this is a rather short episode, but we're gonna try to make it more into bit sizes. Now, this is the time where we're gonna promote the other upcoming shows.
Oh yeah. Hopefully soon. At the end of the month, we're gonna have a special Halloween episode where we're all gonna play a special Halloween themed D&D campaign, and we're gonna record it and upload it. It's gonna be awesome. It might be like 2 separate chunks,
more or less will be like 2 separate chunks, and it should be a cast of me, Dom, and a few of our friends.
Yeah, assuming we can. Find
it's gonna have some random stuff, and if you can figure out what the plot is, you win the game.
Well, something like that. I have an idea.
There's a secret that me and Dom know, but we can't say anything because we don't want to give it away.
I'm gonna be the DM, and I have what I think is a really funny little.
And it's a really good idea. It's a really good idea.
It's not like super obscure. I think anybody will be able to figure out instantly, but it's cool.
And also stay tuned for our video game episode. Now, the video game episode, I've been working on this. I've been thinking about it. We're gonna introduce best video game villains, best video game heroes, most like boss battles in the game, and best story overall.
This is really broad, but sure.
No, basically you're gonna pick like 1 to 2 games. What's the best villain? What's the best this? What's the best? And we're gonna introduce and talk, and hopefully we have Liddell or somebody else also as well to talk about.
Okay.
So those are a couple episodes to give you guys a little sample. What do you call it? Sample taste. A little
preview.
A little preview. A little hook to hook you on the hook and reel you in.
I think we need to focus on. I don't know.
Well, this episode was pretty focused because we talked about
It
Gundam,
was a little focused. We had 2 topics, which is great.
Gundam and Star Wars. Which is
2
good.
topical topics. Haha. 2 topics. Yes.
Mechs and robots and wars of stars and planets blowing up and.
But we talk about Star Wars for half the thing. We talk about Gundam for half the thing. It's pretty good, so it's fine.
Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, I am Relentless James, and I am joined with
Dumb.
I'm waiting for the one episode. I'm gonna be like I'm like, hi, I'm Relentless James, and you're like, I'm Dumb.
That might happen one day.
Would be like a Bizarro episode. We'll call it Bizarro episode.
Yeah, maybe.
And this is the cut. Laters. Brain fart.